I met Mr. Rose in my validation group that I had at Montefiore Home for the Aged. He would brandish his cane, and all the time he would say, "God damn son of a bitch." He said that the administrator of the home, who was then my father, was castrating him in the attic. So I tried very hard to, to have him change his mind. I took him up to the attic and I said, "Look, Mr. Rose, there's no knife, there's no blood, it's just suitcases." He didn't even look. He closed his eyes and he walked away from me. And I asked my father to come to my group. And I said, "Look, Mr. Rose," and my father would smile, "Very nice. This nice man, he wouldn't hurt you." Mr. Rose didn't look. He turned his back on my father and he wouldn't look at him. So this went on for a long time. And I spoke to his family, and his sister told me that when he was a little boy, his father had locked him up in the attic to punish him for things that Isidore didn't even do. So I learned from Isidore Rose that there's always a reason behind behavior, what people do. And Isidore was getting back at his father for punishing him. He never said anything when he was a little boy. He swallowed his tears and he swallowed his grief. But now in his old age, his controls were gone because of damage to his brain cells. So now all that stuff that he had suppressed for so many years was now spilling out. And he needed someone to listen. And I realized, and I found out, well, it happened one day when Mr. Rose was particularly angry at the administrator, saying, "I can't say this." And I was angry at my father for something he did. And I said, "Right on, Mr. Rose, goddamn son of a bitch." And Mr. Rose looked at me and he stopped swearing. And from then on, he didn't stop swearing entirely, but his swearing was not so intense and not so often. So I learned that when I really identify with the person that's crying or yelling or shouting, if I stand in their shoes where they are, then the anger and the grief subsides and the person feels better.